All right, here goes my first attempt at doing a voiceover of one of these drone videos here on Bolga. And I just took off from a spot behind my house, and I'm heading on a mission towards the peak on Bolga Mountain, which is up at about 339 meters above sea level. You get a pretty nice view of the whole ridgeline there. And you can see the little bell tower at the bottom of the screen. That's where the little cemetery is here on the island. And just behind it, that thick grove of trees is called Plantefeltet, which is basically a spot where people have planted a whole lot of trees, and it makes for a really nice woodsy area where people can go and have picnics. There's some picnic tables in there. Otherwise, just taking my time in terms of approaching the mountain, because I really wanted to make sure that all my settings on the drone were correct, and make sure that there was no chance of having my max altitude too low, which might cause me to crash into the side of the mountain. But in Norway and generally around the world, this kind of drone is not supposed to fly above 120 meters altitude, but as long as you avoid going over that altitude before you are directly over, the side of the mountain or the ridgeline itself, you're allowed to, keep that max 120 meter distance based on the distance from the mountain. There's a really nice trail that'll take you all the way up to the peak on the mountain. And once you're up there, there's what's in Norwegian called a varda. In English, the word would be cairn, Cairn, which is basically a stack of rocks that serves as a marker, in this case, marking the peak of the mountain. And those are actually all over, the countryside in Norway. When you're out on trails, you'll come to these stacks of rocks. Anyway, as we get closer to the peak, you can begin to see some of the over 365 islands out in the Bolga archipelago. And it really makes for a beautiful view, especially from up here on the peak. You can see many of the islands, some of which have houses where people used to live, year round. There's also cabins, and there are families that still use these islands as vacation homes. And they'll dock their boat and come to Bolga to do grocery shopping, or go to a spot called Vågholmen, which is a little bit to the south. But otherwise, it's just a beautiful archipelago and a nice place to go boating, fishing, or just sort of explore the coastal waters here. Kind of a kayaker's paradise. So I'll just let you enjoy the view here. That's Tarholmen coming up on the left there, the sandy white beach, among other little beaches here on the island. The different local islands, and then across the fjord, that's actually another big island called Omøy, and there are people living year-round over there. Then you can see some of the coastal mountains in the direction of Ernest to the east. And just some quick snapshots of the view from the top. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and keep keep visiting the site. Like the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe, and I'm going to be making a ton more drone videos. Really having a blast seeing Bolga from all these different new angles. So hope you enjoyed it. Take care.